Let's discuss some more earnings. We have with us the CEO at Cyient DLM joining in on the show right now, Anthony Montalbano, joining in on the show to talk about how their quarterly performance was and what the visibility going forward is. Anthony, great to have you on the show. Thank you so much for taking the time out. You know, while your year-on-year numbers have improved, I can see sequentially, quarter on quarter, there is a slip. Is there any other factor other than seasonality that led to the sequential softness?
You know, overall, the business growth has been quite robust, and there usually is some lumpiness in the business that comes often in Q1. But overall, the outlook that we have is very much on track overall. And I think you'll see that as we continue to operate to our plan.
Okay. When you say lumpiness, is this seasonality, and will the seasonality play itself this year as well, which is like you said that Q1 is slow and then it will pick up in the second half, or do you see this year being different?
No, I think it's pretty much as you described. You know, this is a pretty normal part of the business. There will be certain orders that come in at certain volumes, and as things shift around, you might find some of that. But again, our outlook remains very much at the growth levels that we're seeing, and this is our view on H1 should definitely make up for what we've seen so far.
All right. Just also give us an outlook as well in terms of aerospace and defense, because that has seen a fairly decent growth. MedTech, though, on the other hand, is a bit lower this time around. Do you think that this is going to be a trend down the line, or do you think we can see the overall, what do you think is going to be the key driver of growth segmentally, basically?
Yeah, there's no question aero and defense is a core competency for us. This is an area of expertise and where we are an industry leader. We really only focus on three core areas, and the medical and industrial sectors are going to have significant growth for us. So we do see actually over time, aero and defense will probably start to become a relatively smaller part of our business over time, and medical and industrial should grow as a percentage of our portfolio. So as you start to look out of a couple of years based on what we see in the pipeline and the type of opportunities in our focus areas, we see a kind of a balancing across those sectors. But there is no question that some of the big programs that we're delivering in today and this fiscal year are more aero and defense, and we do expect, and we do have some significant opportunities in that sector as well.
So suffice to say that both aerospace as well as defense and medtech will see a jump up in terms of growth. I know you categorically clarify that medtech as well is going to grow as part of the percentage sales in the revenue pie, but does that also translate into better growth?
So it does. As we look across these three sectors, we find that the overall value and profitability across the sectors where we engage actually provides very similar returns. And so it's really the nature of the type of work we do. We are focused in low volume, high mix, mission critical and safety critical, right? So these three sectors cover that. And in this type of manufacturing solutions, you'll find that the margins and profitability in those sectors are actually relatively similar. So even though there'll be a rebalancing, there's actually, from a profitability perspective, these sectors do generate similar margins for us. And and even defense, that can be broken out a bit differently, right? There's different types of defense. There might be India defense, which has a different margin profile than what you might find in US defense type business. But overall, we do see similar returns across these three sectors, and this is our main area of focus.
Sure. I wanted to get a picture on your order book as well, because we understand that currently stands at about 2,500 crore rupees. Talk to me a little bit about the nature of the deal wins. Is it from new customers? Which verticals? What's the timeline of execution?
Yeah. Yeah, so this is a substantial order book, and this will, as far as the makeup of that, it will continue to be in the sectors that we have discussed, and we do plan to execute. It'll take us probably a couple of years plus to go through that full order book. And we do plan to cover a good portion of this in the next 12 months as well. So overall, this does continue to fuel the growth for the business, and this also continues to give us momentum to build on this with existing and new clients. So we do anticipate to have some announcements in the coming quarters, which should continue to complement the type of profile we have, right? For the size of business we have, we really work with industry leaders, very large multinationals, our client base. And so for us, it's really more about the type of client, the type of engagement, and really working with industry leaders as opposed to the volume of clients, right? So when you look at maybe more consumer type business or higher volume business, or more regional business, you might find a client count to be a very important, barometer of the health of the business, where for us, it's more about the types of programs that we're able to engage in with our current and new clients.
So Anthony, what role do you think AI will play in your business? Everything is now getting so much dependent on AI that every sector is getting disrupted. Do you see that fear happening in your business?
There definitely is a role for AI in our business. And, when you look at the engineering design side of it, it might be even more amplified. This can impact how our design aspects, right? So when we see Cyient DLM, that is design-led manufacturing. We are unique where we are probably one of the only global electronics manufacturers that has the ability to leverage the 7,000 design engineers within Cyient. And so AI can definitely play a portion of that side of what we deliver for our clients. Even on the manufacturing piece specifically, supply chain is a huge area of focus for our business, for our clients, and a lot of initiatives on how that supply chain is managed on all aspects. There's definitely a role to be playing there. And then we also see it even in how you run a business, from overheads, administrative. There's certain aspects where some of the tools available to us now allow us to operate more leaner and more efficiently. And this will continue to be an opportunity for us to explore.
Okay, thank you for joining in and sharing with us that outlook on the business and how things are shaping up. That's the management of Cyient DLM talking about how the second half is going to be better than the first half. Aero and defense is going to continue to see a bit of a dip over the medium term, but they've got strong deal wins from their existing clients with an order book that will be executed in 2 years. The stock, in fact, seems to be reacting to that commentary, and as we speak, has just about ticked into the green, nudging that level of 500. That's Cyient DLM.